welcome to Let's Play Tropico 4. My name is El Presidente, or Hunter like Luna, as you please. And this is actually the first time I've run this game. I played a little bit of Tropico 3, and a lot of Tropico 4 on the Xbox, and I love this series. I really do honestly love it. I'd say I like it better than SimCity, honestly. Annual Almanac Reports. I'll keep that off. We can just turn to the Almanac whenever. This is a test to see how the audio levels are. I'm probably never going to use these hotkeys. I'm not sure about all this stuff. I don't know if I can run the game like this. Because I am recording in high quality too, and this is high resolution stuff, which I normally don't go for. So I'm gonna see how my voice compares to everything, and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I've adjusted the audio levels a bit. This should be good. I'm gonna play through the campaign of Tropico, because the campaign has like 20 missions. They're varied, they make you do all the different gameplay aspects. And I'm probably going to do the Tropico Modern Times expansion that came out. That looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll do some sandboxy things with it. Something to note, this LP will be split up into 15-minute parts, both as an experiment to see how I like going back to the old style, and YouTube is glitching out, so I don't really have a choice in that. Even though, honestly, I just prefer to make a long 30-minute part, as you can see. I'm probably going to have to turn down the resolution pretty quickly. I'm foreseeing that.
What a hellhole! But at least it's my hellhole. St. Clara is the typical Caribbean island. Beautiful on the outside, poverty-stricken on the inside. People live in shacks and have hardly anything to eat. Healthcare and education are non-existent, and unemployment is through the roof. Someday, I will turn Tropico into a true world power. First things first, improving the situation on St. Clara will secure local support and establish the foundation for my plans.
Tropico actually has more of a story than you would expect for what is essentially a city simulator. 20 missions, like a persistent story. Fourth world country. Great, my specialty. So, Tropico lets you take the visage of several famous people from the Caribbean and elsewhere who did things that made them notable. Let's put it that way. Like Pinochet. I recognize about a fourth to a fifth of these names, which probably puts me well ahead of most people. I only know Trujillo because of Dance of the Butterflies, or whatever it's called. In the Time of the Butterflies. El Jefe. You can be a man or a woman in this game, and typically, I might make a female character, but could be man. There's not many options for women, and the game isn't set up for that, so I look kind of derpy. My two favorite outfits of all of them are probably the traditional look, or not Elvis, or like the Admiral's uniform. Admiralty. Either one's cool with me. Also, some form of hair. Accessories. Secret agent. Oh, I can't do it. That's fine. Mediterranean complexion, Olive complexion. Graphics on the Presidente himself are kind of weird. HBL. Alright. Building your character involves choosing things like your background, which give you profoundly different benefits and penalties. And the best way to do this is pretty much to see him in action. Biblical Scholar isn't bad, you get a lot of intellectual stuff. Booze Baron's pretty simple. I'm not going to go through each of these because that would take forever. But, Developer was always something that I thought was pretty cool. Negative 20% on building costs. That ain't nothing. Farmer. 50% more farmer production. That ain't nothing either. Fortunate Son is cool. Yeah. Everyone but the intellectuals respect you more. Minor production. Moscow University. There's Harvard U too, which is faster education, but USSR doesn't like you. I'm thinking, for this first mission, you can pretty much be whatever. And it'll all be cool. War hero. Well, that would fit with the Admiral's uniform. Huh. I don't know. Typically, in the absence of anything else, I'd probably go with leftist author, because that'll be fine. Farmer is something I'm going to be picking a lot, so I'm going to try not to do it this time. We'll have enough chance to see Farmer. How did we rise to power, everybody? It's a good question. Here's another one. I have certain preferences. I kind of don't like to be the bad guy, so things like military coup being installed by the KGB, that's not my style. There are definitely benefits to that. Maybe a communist rebellion. We could just be whole hog communist. Actually, we probably can't. Elected as socialist. That would give us good relations with the USSR, liberty. Good relations with the US and liberty. And the capitalists. Factory workers production. We're probably not going to have factories in the first one. Heir apparent. Plus 10 to all faction respect. Why don't we just roll with this for now? That'll be fine. Nah, I can't do it. We won't get a lot of... traits. Traits level up after you complete a mission with them. And you can use them in the sandbox mode, and there's 18 billion. They do different things. What I could do is something like hit the randomize. That might be interesting. Harvard U, Capitalist Rebellion. Bit of a jingo. An alcoholic, and a patriot. Yeah. Nah, I'm just gonna... Multiple personality disorder is interesting. You get a lot of little bonuses. There's also... there was... one which is like... I distinctly remember there was one particular thing which allowed you to not keep your election promises, which is something I'm interested in. Populist. Nationalists like us, communists like us. No consequences from unfulfilled promises. I like it. Other ones that are good. Administrator. Reduces your building costs. When you level that up, it starts to get really good. Entrepreneurial. Commodity prices are nice. You're going to be exporting. So that's actually really good. Banks, marketplaces, super shops. Not as great as you might think. Some of these are interesting. Overall production levels, also nice. And for the final one, there's one in particular I like. It's, Jingo, Okay. Scholarly isn't bad, I mean... Might not need it, but diplomatic. We get a free foreign office, that's a couple thousand that we don't have to spend. Not to mention it helps. Harvard U. You know what? I'll just pick what I want. In fact, no, I'd like to spread out things a little bit. And the background was... I forgot what I eventually selected. Leftist author? Alright. Let's give it a try, everybody. I spent way too much time selecting things.
Look at the water. Look at the beaches. Look at the palm trees. This is my home. This is Tropico. This is paradise. It is still small, poor, and unknown. Yet I have big plans for it. Very big plans. Here I will build a nation and a country.
That's the plan, anyway.
Greetings, my friend. Are you settling well on your new island?
St. Clara is yeah, it's in a terrible
This
state.
is Presidente.
We need the
I am
basics.
your ever-trustworthy host, Penultimo.
There's the radio.
And sitting right next to me is my charming co-host, Sunny.
Hi. Love you all.
Stay tuned for some good news, because there is no bad news in Tropico.
Oh, you betcha. You're gonna notice something right away. All the characters have this super caricatured style in the fourth one. A lot of people don't like it. I'm not a fan. It doesn't piss me off like some people, though. I think Penultimo looks kind of funny. He's your trustworthy advisor, and, yeah. His place is a total dump. We need 2 farms to feed the people, because nobody thought farms might be useful. I've played this a lot on the Xbox. So, the resolution is beautiful. Having such an enormous resolution is nice. And I gotta say, things look pretty good. Okay, I don't want to build a power plant. Question 1. Okay, arrow keys move. This is gonna take a while to get used to, everybody. Do bear with me. Well, I suppose this is the place where you learn the game. Here's Tropico, everyone. All the
¿Qué necesita?
Tropican people.
No me interesa. Buenos días.
And explaining the game mechanics. This actually simulates life to a much more accurate degree than something like SimCity, even though I just compared it. But let's just go with what the game says, and we'll learn about game mechanics as we go along. Okay, so our first step is 2 farms, which are under food and resources. There's different kinds of farms, and the different crops are suitable for different environments. If you'll notice the map down there, and the way that the island is turning different colors. Tobacco looks like it wouldn't be too bad here, although there's not a lot of cash crop prospects compared to, say, corn. There's some nice corn land up here, so let's go ahead, lay down 2 farms. You gotta give farms a little space because they do need to actually plant their little crops, and you can't mess with them too much. We've planted the crops. Now we press go. And a little trick that I've picked up.
Ajá.
¿Qué? ¿Sí?
Presidente should
¿Qué
be easy to
necesita?
see because, well... Yeah, there's El
What do you
Presidente.
want? I'm busy ruling.
I'm not actually sure how to select El Presidente, like... I should probably look at the controls.
Where to now?
But that's us, everybody. That's good old HBL. There you are.
Time for a walk.
El Presidente can go
Coming
places
through.
and do things.
Make it so.
Particularly, you'll see the construction workers arriving.
Time to check up on my people.
El Presidente can go to the construction site and encourage people. You can set priorities for your builders. You can quick build, which costs as much as the building construction. So basically, you pay double to get it now, or you can wait to have it built. In Tropico 3, you could only wait to have it built, which is kinda... The people of Tropico are a little like Dwarf Fortress. They're like people in Dwarf Fortress, rather. The frame rate is interesting. I really enjoy the resolution this game is running in. I know I probably won't be able to keep it that way,